is like crazy right now, and it's been like this from day one. I mean, from the last press conference where with the red carpet, I mean, I never saw so many reporters in my gym before.
And as far as Floyd and the way that he interprets and lives his life, does Manny have any opinion of that? Does it influence the way that he sees Floyd?
Yeah, that's why I say he doesn't like Floyd, because Floyd is not a good guy. He's not a good role model. He's just not. He's really not a good person, at least in my opinion. And I think Manny has the same outlook on him.
And the genesis of that is the money, or
well, not just the money, but the cars, the houses, the girls, the charges against him for domestic violence. Manny's really against all that. I mean, he's a politician in his town, and he does try to do things about that in this country to prevent to stop those things from happening. So he's really against all that. Yes.
He's come a long way on that. I mean,
no.
I mean, Manny's not perfect either, right? Or he wasn't perfect.
Manny was not perfect. Yes, at one time. Okay, and he will tell you himself, but since he went back to religion and he gave up gambling, drinking, chasing girls, I mean, he just changed his entire life. He's a better father now, he's a better husband now. Him and his family are really happy. I mean, everything's going really good. The only thing that changed a little bit is we lost a little bit of his killer instinct, but that's part of the trade-off. I mean, the thing is, I can't say it's a bad decision, because everything else in his life is running much smoother and happier. So I think he's a perfect example of a good person today. Very challenging fight. I mean, I don't know what to really think. For some reason, I think Mayweather's going to come out and try to knock Manny out early, because that's what I would do if I was him. So I said, well, Manny will be really warmed up going out there and ready for that to happen in the first round. But then I think, well, Mayweather, he's with his dad now. His dad might have him just run for the first couple of rounds, and Manny will pursue him. But, it's very difficult for him to win a fight running, and at some point he's going to have to exchange. So when he exchanged with Manny, I've been really working on Manny for throwing a lot of flurries of punches, because Mayweather doesn't punch back on the counter shot until you're done. He'll wait for you to stop and if you sit in front of him, he will hit you back. So we've been working on flurrying and getting out of the pocket really quick. And I think we get all our bases covered. So we're going to be ready for whatever he brings.
And you can be pretty sure that Manny will hold on to his head and get the plan right.
Oh, Manny knows very well, and at this stage of our career, I mean, I'm not the one who comes up with the game plan entirely. Okay, we come up with it together. Okay,
I guess that's changed over the years.
Yes,
how you've grown together.
Yeah, of course. So the thing is, he shows me this and that. I show him this. If he's not comfortable with what I show him, we get rid of it. If he's not comfortable, if I'm not comfortable with what he shows me, and I show him how that maybe can not work against him, we get rid of that. But if we both agree on it, then we'll keep it. So we have a really good relationship. It's not like I'm his trainer and his boss, or anything like that. We're equal, and we come up with the game plan together.
The perception seems to have taken root that both men have declined in the last couple of years. Have you noticed that in Manny? And have you had to adapt training likewise?
You know what? I would say that just because of time, that they both maybe declined a little bit. And I've been watching Floyd a little bit, and his legs not as good as they used to be. Doesn't move so fluently anymore. But then with Manny, for this training camp, the way he's training, and he's just, I've never seen him better than this. I mean, he is really, really risen to this occasion, to the biggest fight. I think that he knows that the whole world is going to be watching this fight, and it's just like, we have to win this fight. I mean, a lot of people say it's good against bad and so forth, all that, but the thing is, that really doesn't matter. I just feel that we must win this fight, and it's going to be the biggest fight of our life, and I think we're very capable of winning the fight, and we have a very good game plan to win the fight. So I think we will at least outscore him. if a knockout comes, I'll be thrilled because you can't predict a knockout because at 147 he's really not that big a puncher. I mean, he has knocked out too many welterweights along the way anyway. So the thing is, because most welterweights by fight time are 160 and he's still 147. So the thing is, he's a smaller guy. But I think the speed's going to overwhelm Floyd, and I'm counting on the speed.
And you don't have any concerns about cramps that we've been hearing rumours
about?
That's
all. Yeah, the cramps went away a long time ago. We haven't had cramps at all in this training camp, not one day. We did have a blister on the bottom of the foot, and I was screaming at him, work through it, because I thought the cramp was over, and then he showed me the blister in the dressing room, and there was quite a blister, actually. So we fixed that up right away.
I guess that's something that's to do with the magnitude of the fight. It's just so big. You look around here, I've been here many times, never seen it this crowded, and the rumour factory goes into overdrive.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I was a little bit worried about maybe if he does have cramps and so forth, so I brought one of Curlin and Jones' doctors in. It's the first time we've ever had any doctor, a medical doctor, look at these calves and so forth. And I mean, because he has really, really big calves and so forth. And the doctor said the only thing maybe it could be is that the muscle gets a little bit tight because the skin's not tight, the skin doesn't give enough. And that can cause pain and so forth. So there is a cream that he gave us. It was okay by the drug testing people, and they passed it. They told me no problem. So the cream did help a little bit, and he does use it daily. But the thing is, there's been no cramps and so forth. But the thing is, the doc said the only thing that could possibly happen is that when he works and moves a lot, that the muscle gets a little bit bigger and it gets a little bit tight, or the skin there, he doesn't have enough skin, so it gets a little bit tight. So we do have a cream, a solution for that, and it works very well. I mean, it should work very well because it cost me $1,800.
And mentally, Freddie, you've been talking about just slight concerns that maybe Manny's lost a bit of his killer instinct in changing his whole lifestyle approach.
Yes, that probably is true. He told me I don't have to hurt my opponents, I just have to beat them. I said, well, if you knock him out early, and then he can't land a lucky punch later in the fight. So I said, so I disagree with him a little bit there, but I say, well, it's a lot nicer when you do knock your opponents out. But he just said to me that he doesn't want to really hurt anybody. He will outscore them and outpoint them, but he said he just has to do enough to win the fight.